Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 329 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is the world's longest-running recruiting podcast and gives you a weekly 15 minutes that will change your athletic scholarship future. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast can be sent directly to you by subscribing on your favorite podcast app, or you can get the newest and all the past episodes on the recruit-me.com website. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is one of the free resources under the Recruit Me umbrella. A new and popular resource for recruiting is the Recruit Me monthly newsletter. Go to recruit-me.com and click on the Recruit Me monthly newsletter page to sign up. This episode takes us away from the series of podcasts that are giving you a look inside the NCAA.org, the NAIA.org, and the NJCAA.org websites. That series concentrates on specific topics to help you stay focused on that topic and to not waste time and energy clicking all over the websites, then not getting the information that you are looking for. Go back and listen to episode 326 about eligibility centers, episode 327 about academic requirements, and episode 328, which covers the guides for a college-bound student athlete. Future episodes will cover questions to ask and frequently asked questions, which are on these websites. This week, I want to talk about what high school student athletes need to do and can do at this time of their high school careers. The transition from fall sports to winter sports and the holiday season are good times to evaluate where you are in your recruiting journey. This episode will focus more on the high school student athletes that are entering their prime recruiting period, or that are right in the middle of their recruiting track. Now, if you are a frequent listener, you have heard me say that no recruiting journeys are alike. There are many factors in each recruiting journey. A high school student athlete's age and maturity are 2 of the major factors of when your serious recruitment starts and takes hold. A majority of the serious recruiting happens as you enter your junior year of high school, and thus throughout your junior and senior years of high school. Generally, the more physically mature that you are, the more of a serious prospect that you are in your sport. Again, this isn't a set-in-stone recruiting rule, but seems to be a very common occurrence. Think about the heaviest recruited freshman or sophomore athletes that you know, and I bet they are bigger, stronger, and taller than most of their underclass athletes. It is hard to be a prospect when you are a male athlete and are 5'10" and weigh about 140 pounds. Most sports need strength and height, and as a freshman or a sophomore, you may not quite be there. Both of my sons were in that boat. Then as they entered their junior years of high school, they were 6 foot or 6'1" and 150 to 155 pounds. Both were not huge, but were up to good baseball size and strength. Parker, a left-handed pitcher, was throwing in the low 80s and had developed a great 2-seam fastball and a tough changeup as he entered his junior year of baseball. He used those weapons to win the Conference Pitcher of the Year with an 8-0 record and a .86 ERA. Sutton had a special talent too. As he entered his junior year, he was running under a 7-second 60-yard dash and would eventually be clocked at a 6.5-second 60-yard dash. This skill put him in a special class of baseball speed. Parker started getting recruiting looks at the very end of his summer as he entered his junior year of high school. Sutton's looks started more during his summer between his junior and senior year of high school. Both of the boys verbally committed right at the start of their senior years of high school and signed their national letters of intent in November of their senior year. November is one of the first times you can sign a national letter of intent. So, this fall, if you are a freshman or a sophomore and are not getting recruited heavily, then go to the recruit-me.com website and get the free recruiting power pack. If the power pack link is not working, I've had some trouble with it since putting the new site online, email me at brent@recruit-me.com and I'll send you the player profile template. The player profile template is a good guide to tell you when you are a mature recruit. As you get all the boxes filled out, this tells you that you are recruitable. Oh, also, if you will email me, I will send you 2 great worksheets. Those worksheets are highlighted in episode 322, the College Parameters Worksheet and the School List Startup Worksheet. These worksheets are great to use anytime during your recruitment. Let's see what the fall to winter transition season brings you if you're a junior or a senior. If your season just ended in your fall sport, you need to put together your introductory email, your player profile, and your recruiting questionnaire and contact the coaches and the schools on your school list. After you have contacted your coaches, or if you have already been in contact with college coaches, you need to use this time to send out short updates about you and your season. Highlights, stats, accolades, and videos are your next step. Keep these updates short. If you have to send 1, 2, or 3 updates over a short period of time, then that's okay. Don't dump all your information into one long update. A 2 to 3 minute highlight video is one update. Your team's success and your success with some brief stats is another update. Your accolades like all-conference, all-state, or academic awards are another reason for an update. Remember to use a recruiting-only email that you and your parents monitor frequently, and make it look like this: SuttonHanks2022@yahoo.com. Use the end of the fall season to make sure coaches know about your season. If your season is a winter sport, then it is time to invite coaches to come and see you. As you enter your recruitment, again, a majority of high school student athletes in their junior and senior year of competition, either introduce yourself to coaches with your introductory packet, or if you already have been in contact, then invite colleges to watch you personally. They can watch you personally in your gym, watch you online, or follow you on social media so you can post video highlights. After you have sent your introductory packet, then follow up with your schedule to again invite the coaches to watch you. Also, a side note. Remember that most college coaches are in their own seasons, and that it is tough for them to fit personal visits into their schedule. Another part of the side note. There may be no contact or dead periods during the season, so a coach may not be able to contact you at that time. Go to on.ncaa.com/recruitcal and see your sport's quiet periods, dead periods, evaluation periods, and recruiting periods. Take advantage of the break between the fall and winter sports to prepare for the upcoming winter season. Again, if you are an underclassman playing as a freshman or a JV sport, then work on your game, get a nutrition plan together, and a weight program going, and concentrate on your grades. Check out the NCAA and the NAIA eligibility centers and get started on your registration. Also, RecruitMe suggests that you take your SAT or your ACT test during your sophomore year. Some sources say to take the test your junior year, but I like the sophomore year so you can learn from it, then prepare to improve on it. The holidays are a good time in any sport, winter, fall, or spring, to make a skills video. Arrange to use indoor facilities if it is too cold outside for an outdoor sport. If your sport has metrics that use velocity, get a radar gun. Or if it has a metric of foot speed, get a stopwatch, or use your phone stopwatch. Video your sports skills: serving, shooting, dribbling, fielding, throwing, jumping, or catching. Get a friend or family member to video, and you can edit the video to a 1 or 2 minute skills video. What if your sport is a spring sport? Use this time to prepare. As a freshman and a sophomore, do your homework on colleges. Get started on your recruiting path early, getting your academics in order, start doing research to build your school list, and to be ready to contact coaches when your size and skills come to be. Create habits by getting in the gym, the weight room, and the field to get better and stronger. Do research on your nutrition. If you are preparing for your junior or senior season for the spring, use this fall to winter period to build your list, adjust your list, contact coaches with your introductory email, retake your SAT or ACT test before your season starts, send updates to colleges that you already have contacted, verify your GPA and your core courses to make sure that you are on track. Take an opportunity to go to a camp or a showcase to get in front of college coaches. Send any update videos or metrics taken at these winter showcases. Also, as you get your spring sports schedule, you can send it out to college coaches on your school list. A thing that I would like you to consider is to make an appointment with your high school coach or your club coach, not together though, and ask them to look at your college school list and your research on each college. Let them help you find your level of play and adjust your list. Your coaches can have some insight by knowing college coaches, knowing about the college programs, or having experience with the college. When Sutton and I met with his summer baseball coaches, with his list of colleges, the coaches felt the colleges on his list were all at his level of play, and they also discouraged 2 of the colleges because of a potential coaching change, and they had had some bad experience with another college. The coaches also suggested 3 colleges to add to Sutton's list for us to do research on. Columbia College was one of the adds to his list. And after doing some research and contacting the coach, we ended up visiting Columbia College and the coaches, and were taken on a tour of campus on an unofficial visit. The head coach met with Sutton and made an offer for him to play for the Cougars. The meeting with Sutton's summer coaches was very beneficial. Now, if you meet with your coaches, be ready for some no-nonsense, straightforward advice. The coaches may not tell you what you want to hear. They may tell you you need to play at a Division I mid-major instead of a Power 5 conference program. Or they may tell you that you're not a Division I prospect. Or they may tell you that you're not looking high enough. Take all these coaches' pieces of advice and analyze it. Also, don't take their advice without thinking about that if it fits you. My older son didn't have a sit-down meeting with his coaches because we didn't know all this back then during his recruitment that we needed to. Even without a meeting, Parker wasn't encouraged to look at Division I colleges, and he took that discouragement and made it a motivator. The more he saw players he beat or struck out getting attention, the more he saw himself in a Division I program. Thus, Northwestern Baseball fulfilled his vision. Get advice and use it to help you make your college choice that fits you, not a choice that looks good or fits someone else's agenda. Well, the fall and winter sports season is a time to transition and is a time to contact college coaches with your fall sports highlights, your fall stats, your fall successes and awards, and your interest in that college's program. If you are starting your winter sport, then contact coaches with your interest in their program and provide them to watch you play. Prepare to send game or weekly updates on your play. Be prepared to get your game video and edit it to send to your college school list. If your sport is a spring sport, then this is the time to contact your colleges. Send them your schedule and prepare for the upcoming season. All of these tasks are for upperclassmen and student athletes actively being recruited. This time is good for underclassmen to do their parameters worksheet and build their school list and prepare their introductory packet and future contact research. Get prepared now. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Go to the recruit-me.com website to listen to the past episodes of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. There is a link to listen to all the past episodes, or there are categories that will help you find episodes in a subject you are interested in. Right now, these categories cover episodes 203 through this current episode. Categories like high school junior year, interviews with college coaches, recruiting research, official and unofficial visits, and NCAA, NAIA, and JUCO. This category houses the episodes in this series called an inside look into the NCAA, NAIA, and NJCAA websites. Episodes 326, 327, and 328 give you recruiting information on eligibility centers, academic requirements, and the guides for the college-bound student athlete. Next week's episode will give you a look into the 3 websites and target questions you need to ask during your recruitment. Again, join me next Tuesday for another 15 minutes that will change your athletic scholarship future.